Kickoff team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. That strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
There's a 1st and 10 play. It's a shotgun run call. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags a quick throw. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver downfield? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pass rush closing in, but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
From the shotgun, an inside handoff.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this could really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff, running off left tackle. Looks like Washington will have the 1st down.
Boy, this guy is running hard today, right? I mean, you think about some of the backs that Washington's had. This guy's trying to say, hey, fellas, let me be added to that list of guys like Greg Lewis and Napoleon Kaufman and Chris Polk and Bishop Sankey and Myles Gaston.
1st down, looking to throw the football. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! They bring it down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
1st down, looking for more now. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Here comes a handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. A deep shot to the right. Caught near the goal line. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Huskies.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return starts from inside the 5. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gain on that return. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. And here comes a deep shot. It's caught, but out of bounds, so incomplete.
Well, the defense does a really good job of getting that initial pressure on the quarterback, but this is what he can do. His athletic ability and his legs gets him away from the pressure. He buys some time, and I love how he keeps his eyes downfield. He's not scrambling to run. He's scrambling to make a big play with his arm, just unable to connect with the receiver downfield, but good effort and a good play.
Third down play coming up. We'll change the pre-snap look now. He escapes the pocket. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And the coverage team lets the ball roll dead.
What a mistake here, not protecting the ball. He got the ball away from his body. The coverage unit did a nice job of knocking that one loose, and they get on top of it for a nice opportunity.
And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. He's got the first and still going. They make the tackle, but that's a great pickup on the ground.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be 1st down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. He makes the grab. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Great conversion here for this Washington offense and another 1st down. And I tell you, this guy's living up to the expectations of a Washington quarterback. They've had some great play out of that position over the years.
He'll hand it off. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the 1st quarter. So, Kirk, it's Washington in front. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. The back's got it again. He's past the marker and still going. Brought down, but he's past the line to gain.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. On the move now. And that one is incomplete in the end zone.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
The decision is not to go for it on 4th down. Here comes the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Pressure is coming. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Good job of the defense to fight through the blocks on that screen. He's short of the 1st down marker.
And the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screen play. Nice positive gain for the offense.
That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Moves out of the pocket. He lets it go on the move. The pass is intercepted. He's found some room at the 45.
They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
And the Huskies offense is back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
The Huskies looking to cash in the red zone. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Quick spin on the run. Floaters into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT puts them up 17 now. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Stanford offense back out there in the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Running out of time in the pocket. Breaking free at the 35. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Stanford comes to the line quickly here.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go.
The pass rush gets home.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking for his big tight end. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
I'll tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
Play action fake, looking to throw. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here trying to cut into this lead before halftime. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made on the left side.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. From the shotgun, drops back.
Swarm for the pass rush. Sack.
A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. It's 2nd and goal now, back from the 14-yard line. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now.
Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
On the sack, the protection finally breaking down. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. The field goal is good.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Tackled quickly after the catch, he'll be short of the marker.
Of course, one of the things I love about this running back, it's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
So the offense faces a 3rd and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Breaking free at the 35. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
Timeout, Washington.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Looking to throw it on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. They're going to have to make some adjustments there, maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
Just time enough for 1 more play in the half. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. He's running out of time here. And it's incomplete. They took a shot there on what will be the final play of the quarter. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Stanford will kick it off to get the second half going. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. And the Washington offense heads back out onto the field. They built the lead with an efficient running game. Let's see if they can take to the air now to start the 3rd quarter. Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
Quick throw by the quarterback over the RPO. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers, the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
And the Huskies pick up enough to get a first down there. QB decides to keep it here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
But there's just so many things happening on these read option plays, and they happen fast. This defense has done a good job of trying to prevent this quarterback from hitting the big play. He gets some yards here, but at least he didn't get out for a big gainer.
Inside the 25. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
What really good run by this running back. The defense fortunate to be able to bring him down inside the 10-yard line, but it's 1st and goal for the offense.
The Huskies looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal.
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Huskies.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Tackled at the 23, brought it out, and tried to make a play with good coverage that time. And the Stanford offense is back out on the field. Play action here on 1st down.
Looking to scramble.
Looks to the left for a quick throw. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Here's the 2nd down play. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collect.
And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not a long return, but the pick changes possession. The offense will take over at the 28.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And he'll get their 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Washington. This offense cannot be stopped. That's another touchdown, an old-school performance from this running back in a conference championship game.
Yeah, as big as it gets, conference championship on the line, he decides to have his best game of the season in this game with everybody watching. What a game.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Cardinal offense is back out there on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here.
He escapes the pocket.
The tight end has got it. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. The tackle made by the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And he just throws it away incomplete. Didn't see anybody open. He's going to bring up 2nd down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Stanford comes to the line quickly here. On third down, he drops to throw.
On the move now.
Using his legs here. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's third down. Do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
The decision to go for it doesn't pan out.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
They're going to run it here. Fights through the tackle. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
I know this defense works very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Jet sweep call. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Man, I love to see a defense that's prepared for anything. The offense here tries that jet sweep and quickly found out that going side to side is tricky against this defense and this speed they have.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He gets away with one here. He threw that ball into double coverage, so don't get me wrong. There was a lot of pressure. He does a nice job of hanging in there. But, man, he got to be careful where you're throwing this football.
Oh, and he's off target. It's no good. That's just a minor blip there. What's been a thoroughly one-sided dominance. Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball.
Moves out of the pocket.
Trying to create here on the move. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. So, Kirk, it's Washington in front. Hasn't been much of a contest so far, and the stats will reflect that. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quick pass, the catch is made. Gets some space around the 30. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Boy, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them, great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
And the extra point was up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And the Stanford offense is back out there on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. That one takes it across the 30-yard line.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down play coming up. And now the handoff. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. And now the running back's got it again. Picks up the first, looking for more. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41.
I love it. 3rd down, the way this back is running, just keep feeding him the football, and he's going to come through for him. And he does here at a critical moment in his football game in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
This Stanford offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Grab made by the tight end.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Critical moment of this conference championship. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. Can he get there on the ground? Looks like Stanford will have the first down.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Now play number 9 on this drive. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Looks left and finds his target there. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He escapes the pocket. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Catch made on the right side. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. Well, a field goal here does them no good. So the offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Brought down just short of the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Special seasons have a way of leading to games like this, and we can now say that the Fun Belt has a champion. We all know seasons like this are hard to put together, but we're going to have to wait and see what the committee decides to do if this championship team gets an invite to the college football playoff. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another